Look, if you experience anxiety, if you get fear, if when God tells you to do something, He tells you to move, He tells you to go pray for somebody, He tells you to step into your calling, He tells you to start posting on the internet, He tells you whatever it is He says for you to do, and you get scared, and you experience anxiety, and it cripples you, and it freezes you, and you can't move anymore, and you can't do what you're supposed to be doing. First of all, I want you to know that's completely normal. Second of all, I want you to know that ends today. We got to stop doing that. And I'm finna break down what God revealed to me, what broke me out of that, how He broke me out of that. But it's important that you become aware of that and you stop letting it be an issue that holds you back from fulfilling your purpose, from using your gifts. Because if you're not doing that, I'm not saying you're not going to make it to heaven, but what I am saying is the life that you live is going to be so unfulfilling, and you're going to have so much shame because you experience that on a daily or a weekly basis. Oh man, I know God told me to say something, or I think God told me to say something, or I don't know if I'm hearing from God. I don't know if this is God's voice. And you have all this confusion, and you live day by day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, decade by decade. Living like that, you're going to experience so much shame and guilt and unfulfillment and confusion and pain. And I want that to end. I want that to stop. Okay? Are we on the same page? Are we ready to stop doing that? Today is the day that we are stepping into our calling and knowing how to hear from God. And when He says to do something, we're going to do it. But also we got to know when He's talking to us. Are we on the same page that we are ending this today? I need a verbal yes. I need to actually hear you. Are we ending this today? Okay. Again, let me go back to saying that's completely normal. When you experience that anxiety, that fear, that, oh, I feel like I should go pray for this person in church or this person in the grocery store. I feel like God is telling me to pray for them, but like I'm overthinking it and I stop in it. And then next thing I know, I'm at home and I'm overthinking. I'm like, man, I should have prayed for that person. I want you to know, first and foremost, that is completely normal. And I want you to know this when I learned this like really helped me out mentally, because I was beating myself up every time I didn't pray for somebody, or I didn't do this or didn't do that. This is very powerful when I learned this thing. Everybody feels like that. Even the people you see going and praying for people, they feel like that too. The experienced people feel like that. Old people feel like that. Young people, everybody feels like that. I want you to take a deep breath and know that you're not alone in that. It's not just you, okay? Okay. Stay with me here. So how do we break out of that? How do we get to the point to where the anxiety, instead of it being all the way up here, it goes down here, right? And we actually take action. We need to do 2 steps. We need to decrease the anxiety, step 1. And the step 2 is actually take the action that God is saying. Okay? So the first step to decreasing anxiety, this is powerful. Get ready for this. This is crazy. Get ready for this. How do you actually increase anxiety? Well, think about, why is the anxiety happening? Like, why do you feel so crippled and so stuck and so frozen and you can't take action? I'm not going to get into all the psychology behind it, but basically it probably stemmed from your childhood, thinking, you're not good enough and your parents didn't give you enough love and affection. I know, it's unfortunate, but that's a whole different video. Same thing for me. So what happens in that moment, why you experience so much anxiety, is you're saying to yourself, or your thoughts are telling you, this is about to get deep, so stay with me. Get ready, okay? Focus. Your brain is telling you, your thoughts are telling you, what if? It always starts off like that. What if they laugh at me? What if they think I'm weird? What if I make them uncomfortable? What if somebody else sees it and they go and talk to other people about it? What if somebody takes a video of me and puts it on TikTok and I go viral and the whole entire world makes fun of me? What if? Your brain is making up these thoughts. Follow me. This is about to be big. Your brain is making up these thoughts and feeding them to your mind. It goes into your identity and your identity freezes. You're like, yeah, that's true. I don't want that to happen. Why? Because if you don't fit in, or if people judge you, or if people don't like you, it like preys on like a primal thing inside of us. Because back in the day when we were cavemen and cavewomen, if we got kicked out of the tribe, it's like you're gonna die. You can't survive alone. You got lions, tigers, bears, they're gonna kill you. You can't survive alone. That's why you travel in tribes. So fast forward to 2025. If we ever get kicked out of the tribe, or if we ever don't fit in, we still have that primal fear that we think we're gonna die if people don't accept us. How sad is that? Let's let that sink in for a second. Now also let's acknowledge that's not true. If you don't have friends, you're not gonna die. Also at the same time, you're probably not gonna lose friends if you go and pray for somebody. Is you following me? With that being said, let's get back on track. With that being said, how do we stop that anxiety? I'm talking about science and history and all that. What am I talking about? How do we actually stop the anxiety? Here's how we do it. If your brain is feeding you these thoughts, and that's crippling you and freezing you, and that's where the anxiety is coming from, guess what that says about you and your brain? Your brain is extremely powerful. If you think about this, this is crazy. If you have the ability to think thoughts that literally stop you from moving or from doing something that you know is extremely important, and you did all that just based on your thoughts, your brain is powerful. That's crazy. If your brain is that powerful, think about this. Now think about this. If your brain is that powerful and you can do it in a negative sense and it stops you, then guess what? That same brain that stopped you has the ability to do it in a positive sense. Come on, player. Are you listening to me right now? This is incredible. This is good news. This is such good news. Your same brain that has the ability to stop you has the same ability and the same amount of power to work for you. Your anxiety is a superpower. It's a superpower. The more anxiety you have, then the more power and energy you have in your brain. So now, how do we get it going in the right direction? We gotta transition from the automatic thoughts. The automatic thoughts are, what if this wrong thing happens? What if this wrong thing happens? And what if this wrong thing happens? And we got to slow down. Trust me, I get it. My brain runs fast too. I'm an overthinker too. But we got to grow up a little bit. And we got to be a little bit disciplined. And we got to be a little bit mature about this. And we got to slow it down. I have to remind myself to do this all the time. Even in this moment, I'm reminding myself, slow down so I can really give you some valuable, life-changing information right here, right now, as I have been for the last 9 minutes. After we slow down and we notice the automatic what-if thoughts, then we move over here and choose intentionally in the present moment. We choose to think, what if things go right? What if this and that? Actually, let me give you some better thoughts. Stick with me. These are the thoughts that actually work. I don't want to give you no cookie cutter, BS, chat GPT thoughts. I want to give you genuine thoughts that actually work for me. This is what works for me. In those moments where I start spiraling, I stop and I think, wait a minute. Why would I even listen to God anyway? Why would, if God is telling me to pray for somebody, why would I listen to him? What am I doing listening to God for? I asked that question. Why would I listen to God? And then I answer that question. Because God is faithful. Because he's Alpha and Omega. Because he knows everything. Because he's the wisest being to ever. He's a creator of all creation. That's why. That's why. So instead of thinking, what if this goes wrong? I think, bro, this is God telling me to do this. You think I'm finna question God? I mean, I just did. But you know what? You get the point. You think I'm finna reject what God is telling me to do? Every single time he told me to do something and I did it, it always worked out 10 times better than I could ever expect. Every single time. Same thing for you. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, because you know God cooks. He cooks every time and he don't miss. He cooks. When I try things my way, they don't work. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm so surprised. When I try things his way, when I do things his way, it works every time. And if it doesn't work the way I thought it was going to work, it works even better in a different way. It doesn't make any sense. So I stop leaning on my own understanding and I trust his way. So in those moments where I have anxiety, I'm thinking logically, this don't make any sense. I don't care. I slow down and I say, I don't care. And I say, you know what? I'm going to do it because he said it, because he's God. He literally I'm like, do I have enough time? He created time. Shut up. Oh my gosh, what if this person makes fun of me? It's like, well, when I get to judgment day, am I going to be like, well, God, that person made fun of me. That's why I didn't listen to what you said. I'm just telling you what works for me. If you need the cookie cutter stuff, then you got to give yourself the positive cookie cutter stuff. But this is what works for me. Keep it 100. I have to think back. I don't got it figured out. I do not have it figured out. He does. That's why I trust him. That's why I listen to him. That's how you break out of the anxiety. You first reduce the anxiety by, let's recap. You first reduce the anxiety by slowing down. You got to slow down. You got to become aware of your thoughts. You got to say, all right, I'm being mature about this. Even if we're just being mature for 30 seconds, then we can go back to being goofy and silly. But I got to be mature about this situation for right now, okay? I got to look at my thoughts. The what ifs are happening. That's happened my whole life. It's automatic. I got to become aware in that moment. Okay, these thoughts are happening, but today they stop. I'm not doing this anymore. And then choose to think, okay, it doesn't make sense, but I'm not going to lean on my own understanding because he's God. Then you just give God glory. Every single time I do something for God, it works out way better than I thought. Every time I prayed for somebody, they needed that prayer. It's not about me. It's about God. When I make a video, it's not about me. It's about God and about the words that God is saying through me for you, because God wants to speak to you. So I would be selfish if I said, nah, I don't feel like recording a video today. No, it's not about me. It's about you. You're getting divine revelation from the Father through me to you. It ain't about me. So then when God tells you to do something, it ain't about you. You got to remember, all those times that people poured into me, the old people from church, that one weird dude on YouTube, all the times that God has worked through somebody for you, it's benefited you so deeply, because that's true for me. So when he talks to you and he tells you to do something for somebody else, remember that. Remember when people came and spoke positive, encouraging words into you, or hard truths into you, and they positively benefited you. That's what I remember. That's what works for me. So you remember that. When people spoke those words into you, or somebody wrote that book for you, or they made that course for you, or they made that YouTube video for you, or they recorded that sermon for you, or that pastor preached for you, or that stranger prayed for you, or that person gave you deliverance, or somebody gave you some money because they said, I feel like God wanted me to give this to you. Remember all those times God was working through that person, and that person was obedient. They could have chose to say no, but instead they chose to say yes to God, and they blessed you. So every time God speaks to you, I'm not telling you to feel bad or feel guilty. All I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. It's an opportunity to bless somebody. without doing, it's not crazy effort. He's not asking you to do nothing crazy. If you're at a level 1 in praying for people, or a level 1 in whatever it is, recording a testimony, he's not going to ask you to do a level 10 task. He's going to ask you to do something that's at your level. Okay? I feel like I had more, but in this moment now, I believe the Holy Spirit is saying that's what you need. So take that, use it, apply it the next time you feel like God is speaking to you and telling you to do something. And if you want help with knowing if God is actually speaking to you, or is this the enemy, or is this just myself, is this, I don't know. If you're just confused about that and you want to know exactly what it is that God is saying to you, I've helped people do that one-on-one. I've helped dozens of people do that one-on-one. I got over 15 5-star reviews. So it is truly changing people's lives. I took everything that I knew about that and I put it into a step-by-step manual, instruction manual. And that link for that is in the description. But that's only for people who are serious about hearing from God. Okay? It's a step-by-step manual. It's structured. You don't have to do no thinking. It's all in there for you. And there's workbook sheets for you to fill in your own things, so it's customized and it's personal for you and how you hear from God, because everybody hears from him different. So it's customized. I worked with the Holy Spirit to do this, and I made that exactly for you, so you have structure. You could take that with you for the rest of your life, and you will know how to hear from God. That's for you, but it's only if you're serious. And if you are, then get that right now. I'll see you in the next video. I love you. God bless.